What's up, guys? Today we got a good one. Been trying to get these guys to play for a while. We've got in the top right. Oh, let me switch my colors here. Colors. It's weird that works that way for spectator mode. It changes the default colors so they were both green because I had enemy colors on. That's weird. Anyway, in the bottom left, we've got the Orange Dynasty. I guess that's Tangerine, actually. I kind of like that color as Dynasty. We've got Longjacket. In the top right, we've got the blue GDF as Tapion. Playing a best of 5 here. I think Longjacket won the coin toss, so we're going with Tropical Logging first. I don't think they've done any bans, so we're just going to see what happens from here. Probably all maps are good. All the 1v1 maps are fair play. Yeah, so something important for GDF and Dynasty players to know: if you send your first engineer from your barracks to this TPC, it's impossible for either faction to contest it. Even if they send like a Dyne Guard like immediately, that's the fastest unit that can get to it. It just won't be able to be reached. So it's important to send your engineers out first. I think if you're doing it this way, if you have your third engineer going to this TPC, it is possible for a Dyne Guard to get in there. If it's sent, that's only if it's sent first, though. So it's the lowest risk option while still getting your TPCs as fast as possible. And then same pretty much goes for Dynasty. Engineers have the same speed. Okay, Longjacket going for MCV move after 2 rigs. See if a pillager comes out of this factory now. Tapion getting some field scouts in the bunkers. That means he can afford this many field scouts, so that means he's not getting in any more doctrines besides this first one. So yeah, so he actually goes for the comms buff, the comms bonus for barracks first, as these harvesters are annoyingly getting stuck on that one refinery. So he's going for a 3 refinery build here, and he goes for a second barracks. I think what he's doing is he's going for the, I forget which one it is down the tree, but he's going for this, I think it's the second one, so the field scouts are going to get sniper damage, basically. And he's probably preparing this in case there's any Dynasty infantry push, which has been pretty popular recently. Longjacket pretty late on this engineer capture. As you can see, he went for this one last, because he went for a lot of scouts. Dyne Guards up here. So yeah, Dynasty can afford to do that, but that just means they're gonna get slightly delayed. Oh, he's actually gonna go for some mines over here. That's a good idea. I've been wanting to do this recently. Tapion already getting the refinery down here. He's not even going for an MCV expand. So this is good if it's not scouted by your opponent. And neither guy has really scouted the other. The most vision that he has is Tapion's got in this bunker over here, which is really nice, so he's got pretty decent map vision, as you can see. But neither player has scouted the other opponent's base. Okay, so he's just going for eco here, so not even going to have a pillager sent out. He is going to... Yeah, this Dyne Guard's going to get denied, actually. There's a lot of infantry running around here for Tapion. So he's going to see those 3 field scouts. So that's more than you'd normally be building as GDF for more than just building captures. So he should know that's what the composition is going to look like already. Yeah, you can see a lot of infantry. He's got more supply than Longjacket, and it's all infantry right now. I missed that. The pillager just come up for this side, so it's probably going to get this TPC down. There aren't any drone ops in the area, so there shouldn't be a way to contest this. And if he pushes up at all, he's going to see finally that there's no expansion here. Yeah, Sentinels and Field Scouts not going to get it done. He should be able to retreat with this Pillager as soon as this TPC goes down. Yeah, he's going to do it. Yeah, I would just stick around and make sure it dies, to be honest. It's worth it for the Pillager cost, even if it dies. Anyway, we got expansion up here. Just going for he's going for 4 machine shops, full eco build out of Longjacket. He's going really heavy on that. He's up to 9 rigs now. That's crazy. So I would expect he goes full into army right now. I would try to get him to clear out this bunker and capture that, and then get into a army to defend this area, because Tapion's already set up here. He's actually got a pretty scary army compared to not much here from Longjacket. So if Tapion realizes this, he might be able to cause some pain here. He's even sending these 2 up to the bottom right, the top left right now. Spy drone's coming in too. So he's finally going to get some vision of what Longjacket's doing, and he's not going to see a lot of army here. So I think he'll just be happy to keep expanding this position, so he's going to know that he's safe here. He actually is going to push a little bit, maybe. Maybe he's going to try to poke around, but it might be the smart idea just to get your expansion established here. Some Havoc's coming up around here. Gonna get this TPC for free, basically. Although that is going to be a good chunk of the army, so Tapion's going to crawl forward here. Does he have a lot to deal with this infantry mass? Not a ton. Although he hasn't invested a bunch into infantry, which is what this build is designed to counter from Tapion, so if he gets some vehicles up right now, he should be fine to defend this. Yeah, nothing to contest that TPC. And this is what you got to be aware of as GDF. This expansion mines are really quick, so what the harvesters are gonna do is they're gonna just auto mine from this guy. So what I actually like to do is I like to let them mine one load from here, and then I try to catch them as they're moving, like right now. So then I would send both the harvesters over to this refinery, because you should have your refinery up by the time these guys are mined out, basically. So that just minimizes the downtime, because it's a huge harvesting distance. It's a huge distance to move those harvesters from here to here. We got a fight coming in now. Tapion is going to put some pressure on. This is a decent army he's got now, and it's not a lot of infantry, which is good. He's going to have some good micro here, not lose his Havocs. Pillagers coming in, but a good spread from Tapion. He isn't going to get the pillagers in, though. He's going to force the retreat. That's going to be some good... Oh, he got a good chunk of the drone ops there. He's got to keep these pillagers alive or do something with them, though. If he loses the pillagers, he's going to lose a lot of his attack here. Havoc's coming in from the side, cause more chaos. Pillagers still rolling in. Yeah, this is going to be a good defense here from Longjacket. Don't overextend, though, because you got to keep something at home if this doesn't go right. Oh, the Havoc's coming in from the top also. Yeah, that EMP comes off. So, so that means he's got his data core already. So he might be throwing down some Tempest turrets at this expansion soon. He's actually going for Maulers also to deal with this heavy armor composition. So I don't think... oh, that's a bad... That's some free units right there. That's a big group of drone ops gonna die. Yeah, good pick off there from Longjacket. I'm not sure he can take this fight though too hard. These drone maulers are gonna do a bunch of damage to these Havocs. They're gonna get deleted. And Pillager's getting stuck here. That's not a good engagement now. I would fall back. Yeah, those Pillagers... Whenever the Pillagers get stuck behind like that, it's not a good time. Because then they'll just file in single file, and yeah, that's... Good micro on those hunter tanks, sending those forward to deal with to force the rocket guys to fall back a little bit. And he's even got the spy drones down again, so he's getting a bunch of intel for this. He's up to 100 right now. He actually has no comms in this army, which is interesting, but he's gotten the infantry comms doctrine, so it's kind of okay, because his DPS dealers aren't really the tanks. His DPS dealers are the infantry, so they're getting their speed bonuses and their attack speed. This is going to be pretty hard to hold here now, I think. He's going to have to fall back to the high ground. He's going to lose some rigs here for sure. Yeah, it's not enough, I don't think. These maulers are going to tear these guys up. I think he's got critical mass now, and all these guys are vetted up. Bar tank's coming out. That's not going to do the job either, though, because the maulers, again, they're just going to go to town on anything armor. Mine drop comes in now. It's going to stall him a little bit, but I think he's got the critical mass here. Peacekeeper's not even needed at this point, but yeah, he's not got much anything. He doesn't have anything left, I don't think. Yeah, GG got a Longjacket. Interesting fight there. As soon as you see the infantry, I think you got to go for matchsticks. Because, like, right when that minute he saw those 3 field scouts over there, he should know that it's going to be mostly an infantry build. Because that's way more than GDF should have, so you should go for matchsticks immediately. And the only thing he had there to counter it was a few peacekeepers, but if you go heavy into air, you can get some, even a couple dragonflies will be able to deal with that, and then the matchsticks can come in and clear up that infantry. Okay, game 2 here. For the first time ever, 2 Tempest Rising players have kept the same colors. So we've got in the top right, Tapion, the blue GDF, who is up 1-0 currently. And in the bottom left, we got the Tangerine Longjacket, who's playing Dynasty still. I was curious if Tapion was going to play GDF or Dynasty here, but especially for cracking, I'm really surprised he's not switching to Dynasty, to be honest. This map is a shit show to play for GDF. But he's going to be sticking with GDF here. He's pretty even with both, but I think he's been wanting to try out that that build last time he did with the infantry. It's been something he's been trying for a couple days, so I have a feeling he's going to want to see how that goes again here. We'll see if Longjacket can get some better scouting earlier. I'd like to see Tapion get scouting earlier as well, because if there were matchsticks, he wasn't going to see them at the correct time. So if you see matchsticks at that point, you've got to go for more peacekeepers, because you're not getting special. He didn't get specialist pod until very late. I don't even know if he got a pod last time actually, but it's not really a pod build. It's just tier 1 infantry into maulers. So you're not even getting a pod really from your satellite. So the point is, if you see matchsticks, your only option is to really go more peacekeepers. So if you scout that earlier, then you just gotta throw down a couple of pads, and then you can get more peacekeepers up. But it's still important to know what the DYN is doing in response to your infantry push. Okay, so Longjacket going for this Merc camp capture here. Tapion's going to be getting this mission control. This is what if I had to play this map, I would generally get the mission control, but it's just, I mean, the ideal situation is you get this area down here secured. It's just a harder position to set up because Dynasty can kind of hit before you get your stuff set up, and if you don't have a good enough amount of turrets and kind of tanks and stuff like loading back here into the fighting into the choke point, then you're just gonna get your position broken. I find it slightly easier to hold here because of the high ground, but again, kind of the same problem. You gotta hold here, and then that just makes your main base a little bit more vulnerable because they can just run down here or even down this side. So it's really not a lot of good options for GDF here. Dynasty's definitely got more free reign for sure. So yeah, Longjacket's going for this silo, so he can fit that power plant right there. The version of that for GDF is basically you put a power plant. I forget the orientation exactly because I don't have the build radius memorized, but you basically put a power plant and then a barracks, and then you can fit your refineries down here. That's just the kind of stuff GDF has to deal with, which is another reason it's such an annoying map. You have to do this type of shenanigans just to even stand a chance at holding this position. Is there a pillager out? Yep, pillager. Gonna take out this TPC, which is again another huge problem. It's your only TPC on this map, and it's just gonna go down immediately. So you're gonna have to build just an extra couple of power plants, which he already has actually. I think he's got. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna need a power plant immediately. There's no way to defend this. So right after this refinery finishes, throw down a power plant. And then, yeah, especially with these turrets, this is a tough spot to put it. I wouldn't even bother defending this side, to be honest, because you have to kind of have vision of this side to make sure they're not going there, and then just load up everything on this side. Because if you split your defenses and have half and half on one side, then it's just gonna make one side weaker. So the Dynasty will just exploit that pretty fast. Not paying attention there, loses a Sentinel. I'm not sure why he went for these Grenaders, because the Pillager's already doing that job. So I'm not sure why that was necessary, but... Pillager gonna go down now, because I don't know why he's keeping this Pillager over here. He's going for some early pressure, but they're kind of not. These guys are kind of too late. I mean, he's got enough to trade okay here, but it's not enough to really kill. He's kind of got to retreat already with that Pillager going down. So he's going to get those bunkers at least and prevent the TPC recapture, which is important. Actually sells the turrets. I'm not sure I like that decision. Maybe he was literally low on money. But anyway, we got this fight going on here still. Yeah, Tapion should be able to hold this, so I'm not too worried about this for him. But I am worried about 4 rigs in the center, for sure. 4 rigs plus the TPC is still up. Whereas Longjacket's the rest of his army. So he's got Specialist Bureau up, and he's funneling guys into the middle now, so I think he's going to go for a some type of Specialist push pretty soon here. Let's see what Tapion's got for tech. He doesn't have tier 2 yet. Yeah, this is the problem. It's 6.5 minutes, and he's still trying to set up his expansion. So he's going to be pretty behind here in a second, especially when this first field goes out. He's not even having 2 refineries set up yet. Meanwhile, Longjacket's got freaking 5 rigs now mining from the middle. Again, neither. Okay, so he actually has scouted, so he can probably see about. Let's see what he can see. So his vision here is about half of the base, so he doesn't see the Specialist Bureau yet. So he doesn't know that's coming. You don't really need to scout the GDF, I guess, in this situation. He knows he's pretty... Longjacket knows that GDF is pretty hindered at the moment. He is getting a satellite now, though. But Longjacket's got some time to set this stack up before the tier 2 comes up for Tapion. So I would expect, yeah, Machinist and then Call the Guard probably in a second. What's he got for money? He's got plenty of money. I would do Call the Guard right now. Yeah, he could probably just push this and kill him right now, to be honest. Well, his army's getting pretty split up here, so I would kill him now before these harvesters get over there so he gets a chance. Because it can be a pain in the ass if the GDF actually gets their tier 3 turrets up, but seems unlikely. He's actually forgotten his doctrines. Oh, he doesn't have a single doctrine right now. That's why he's so high on money. Yeah, it's not great right now. He's kind of blown his advantage a little bit. Because his army supply should be able to kind of crush everything he's got here. matchsticks are also great on this map because there's so many cliffs, so you can just come in from the side here and just pick off like this entire group right now, for example. He's going to come in though. I'm not liking the size of this push. I feel like it could be better. I don't think he's used Call the Guard. He's still... Okay, he actually ran out of money somehow. Why is he so low on money now? He still didn't start his doctrine, so I'm not too sure how he just ran out of all this 9k money he had. But anyway, he's going in here, and this is going to be... Oh, he sent the Havocs in front though. You got to send the Pillagers first. So Pillagers coming in, going to deal good damage. Attack move. So what you want to... Okay. You usually want to move the Pillagers first and then attack move them as they're on top of the Drone Ops. But he's still going to get plenty of damage done here, I think. And if this expansion goes down, that's pretty much game over for the GDF. Is that a commando airstrike? No, it's not. What's that red circle there? Oh, that was just from the... Oh, he's got the red coloring on. Okay, that's why. Yeah, this is gonna pretty much end the GDF here. He was trying to get tier 3 to get some turrets up and drone maulers, but yeah, it's just a really tough spot to hold for the GDF. Yeah, I wouldn't have sold. I would have kept those turrets. Yeah, GG for Longjacket. Tough map for GDF for sure. We'll see what Tapion comes back with. Alright, game 3. We're tied up at 1-1. Tapion lost the last match, so he's going to pick the new map here. We're on Emptied Hopes. And Tapion's on the left as Blue GDF still, and Longjacket's on the right in the Orange Dynasty. Important thing to watch out here on this map is the expansions for both players. I'm pretty sure Longjacket's pretty safe on this map, so I don't expect him to go for the low ground expand. He's probably just going to go up here after his second rig. I would guess Tapion is going to go low ground though, and go into his same Field Scout build. Yeah, he's actually going for this TPC fast, and Longjacket's not going to have anything down here, so we should get this for free. So that's the thing with going for that first. If you commit so many Field Scouts there, then you can just get your fortification captured. I like to mix it up a bit, but my main strategy is to throw my first infantry into this bunker. Like if I were a Longjacket, for example, I would throw my first guy here, then that would totally deny the expansion over here for a bit. He does go for fast pillager actually after one rig, so that's good. So he's going to take down this TPC immediately. Yeah, so he goes here after one rig. And he actually goes for some missile troops up here, so he's going to try to take out this TPC as well. Sells that guard tower, so he gets a bit of intel back. TPC going to go down though, and he's sending these guys over. So since there's only one scout, that's not going to be able to defend this, so the TPC is going to go down. So that's some good pressure from Longjacket right away. He's moving his MCV pretty close actually. I don't think it needs to be that close. It's not a big deal, but I usually like to leave it around here. You can build and crawl with your first power plant and then get your factory like right here, so it's just saves you a couple seconds. Field Scout coming up here, but those aren't going to do anything. This guy should be used to the main base though to see what he's got. Pillager coming in over here simultaneously as the TPC is going down. So he's gonna scouting with the Pillager, actually, yeah. He's gonna lose the Pillager, so it's kind of not a great use. Okay, that's decent. He got decent vision. He's gonna get the Pillager out. Not incredible amount of damage. So yeah, TPC goes down. Tapion's low power. It's gonna be a pain for him for a bit. Sentinel coming out. Let's see if Longjacket remembers his doctrines this time. And let's see where the MCV goes. Okay, so he's going to go for the corner as well. So both guys not taking the low ground expansion. The only difference is Longjacket didn't see the expand. So Tapion knows exactly where he is. He just doesn't know if he's got any tech at the moment. But there's only a couple of factories down, we're still pretty early. 2 factories in the top right, actually. That seems like a lot. I'm curious why he went for 2. Usually I only throw 1 up here because you only need like 3 rigs. So Longjacket's not going to have much army at home, so this these drone ups are a little bit scary, actually. I definitely like Tapion's position here because he's got map vision in the middle, and there's not too much army coming out here for Longjacket. He's sending a couple Havocs in case Tapion decided to recapture this TPC, but he's going to find it's not captured yet, so that's good. Oh, he's going to be a little bit early, actually, so maybe he can get this Engineer if it's not careful. Tapion got the Intel Doctrine, so he's going to be getting some free intel from this scouting here, which is good. Oh, if he's paying attention, he can get the Engineer guard tower. He's going to need a guard tower. Oh, what? That's crazy. I think he could have got that if you microed it. It's not a huge deal, but that would have been a good pickup. Yeah, so put his 3 rigs over here, and he's... okay, that's his idea. He wants to throw some quick rigs down here. Longjacket has put some pressure on, so that's forced Tapion to abandon the center a little bit, because he's scared of some flanks. He doesn't want to get his expansion snuck up on. Goes for a relatively fast airfield again. That's not fast, actually. That's pretty standard. So probably gonna get some peacekeepers again. But I think Longjacket knows what's going on now. So I don't think he's gonna be building too much more imp. I think he should definitely get more vehicles though. Yeah, he's gonna consolidate his stuff right now. You can't have your army getting slowly picked off by the GDF. That's just going to give them an advantage to actually push. You don't want to allow the GDF to push like this. Yeah, he's just throwing away his... Yeah, you gotta fall back and regroup at this point. And this is already becoming pretty deadly. Yeah, he went so eco-focused again. Yeah, he's trickling in the units, and that's just not going to get the job done. All these expensive pillagers are going to go down without doing too much. Okay, that went a lot better than I expected, actually. I'm surprised he got good value out of this. He does go for the matchsticks now. Chase down these drone ops right now and get that. Chase down the drone ops with the matchstick right now, and you can get them all. That actually went a lot better than I expected. I thought Tapion was going to be able to roll him over with that. You got to target like the front one, so they make sure you get the splash damage down. Oh, that's good. Yep. Peacekeepers come in, but they are too late. Yep, he definitely learned from game 1. So good choice on the matchsticks there. He's going to force a lot of peacekeepers out, unless the specialist pod comes in pretty soon, so we can get shield maidens. There's even more infantry now, though. He's gone for how many barracks? 1, 2, 3. So he's got a decent amount of infantry. So Longjacket definitely can't punish him too hard. Look at this rig count, though. He's up to 12. This expansion is going to mine out, so he's going to move these guys soon, but I'm definitely liking the economy from Tapion, from Longjacket here. So he's gotta recognize the army's moving now, though. You can't just be sitting up here. He's gonna lose all his rigs for free if he doesn't move out right now. This is a very bad spot to have your guys all the way at the top of the map for no reason. He's gotta know where the army is, right? Why is he just sitting there? All his rigs are gonna go down. Yeah, he sees it now, but it's too late. All 4 of those rigs are going to go down. I mean, he's still okay because he got so much army damage, so it's basically, I think it's evened up now after that rig damage. He's got these 2 mining down here still, so his eco is okay still. TPC gonna go down again. There's 1 mauler coming up, but it's not gonna be fast enough. Spy drone's getting some intel. And he does get up to... He's about to have his 3rd MCV, it looks like. 1, 2 airfields, that's good. Yeah, he's going to want some dragonflies to deal with these drones as well. There's such a huge amount of drone spam. Where are the dragonflies at? None yet, but you got to get some soon. Yeah, so no pod again. He's just going for data core right away to get those maulers out. Okay, here are the dragonflies. That should be able to take this... again, though, the pillagers are stuck in the back. You've got to have the pillagers spread out and dealing damage fast. Or they're just going to get picked off slowly. Looks like it's going to be slightly too much here from Tapion. The dragonflies are nice, but the ground army wasn't well coordinated enough. He's going to regroup on top of the hill here. He's going to lose all of his rigs again, though. 5 of them this time. He doesn't catch these 2 down here, at least, but this is going to be a big hit for Longjacket now. He's going to close in on this army right now, actually. It's looking pretty weak compared to his. If he can kill off this whole army, he should be in an okay spot. Yeah, that's a good flank right there. That's a great fight. Matchstick's gonna take down all these maulers also. They are beefy, but they're not that beefy. They will still die to matchsticks. Tapion he's got a little bit of money left here, but he's really got to expand down soon. Wow, he actually lost all his army too, so it's still not looking great for Longjacket. He's not going to be able to replenish his army as fast as GDF because of the all-infantry build. He should have air superiority now, though, so these peacekeepers should be dealt with pretty fast. He's just got to keep that dragonfly number up. Only just now getting his 3rd MCV, actually. That was pretty late. Okay, Beacon Expand is coming down now, so if this gets up, then this is trouble for the Dynasty, because then he'll just run out of money. I'm not seeing any dragonflies. Only 1 there. You gotta get more flies. Yeah, he can actually take this fight right now. Those peacekeepers aren't going to stop the dragonflies. Then the matchsticks are just going to demolish these drone apps. So yeah, Tapion's at 0 money right now because he's only got 1 refinery here. Actually, that's pretty low. You've got to get 2 up there also because these harvesters are not mining too efficiently with only 1. So he goes for a GAT turret. I don't know why he didn't go for Tempest turret. He's got the data core. Longjacket going to slow crawl over here though. He's going to set up a position with the vans. I think this is the time to hit though. You can see he doesn't have that much. Tapion's on almost 0 money. So, wait, where did these harvesters go? Why did he transfer all of them? He's got... What is that? 1, 2... There's 2 right there? So yeah, he just abandoned this entire base, so he's got 0 mining at the moment. He's only got 1 harvester mining. If Longjacket crushes this expansion right now, it's game over. I'm liking this crawl, actually. Oh, this is pretty cool. Yep, there come the flame turrets. He's going to set up a wall of turrets and take down this whole army. This is a great play here. Tempest trap goes down. He does actually get rid of the power for the structures, but it's mostly inf here now, so he should be able to clean this up still. And another flame turret comes down. I think that's going to be it here. Unless he can get some turtling on the high ground, I think this is going to be it. He's going to have to drag it out from now, because there's no way he can compete with this army. It's a great play from Longjacket. All these harvesters are going to go down. Yeah, I don't think there's any chance here. Yeah, he's just going to call it. GG Longjacket. Great push there. That was a really good push and pull game, but he managed to... He lost a lot of rigs, but Tapion didn't realize he had these 2 binding down here for so long. So he was just able to keep up with the army. And he didn't take the best trades, but he took out those drone ops in a manner with those matchsticks. So well played. I didn't warn them in time. They actually switched... They didn't switch the win condition, so it's still on Carnyards only. So I hope that doesn't come into play. I doubt it will, though. Anyway, game 3 here. Longjacket won the last game, so he's on match point right now, 2-1. Longjacket's in the top left here, staying as the Orange Dynasty, and Tapion's in the bottom right as Blue GDF. So that infantry build didn't work out for him last time. The matchsticks got to him. He missed Specialist Pod for a while and didn't build enough Peacekeepers because of, yeah, that map it's hard to go Peacekeepers because you don't have enough money. So if he had a Maiden or 2 out, he would have been okay, I think. But he didn't get Specialist Pod and ultimately got rolled over by the Dynasty Heir. So let's see if he changes his build up at all. I'll be curious if he goes for infantry again and fixes his mistake about Specialist Pod, or changes his build entirely, goes for more vehicle play. Neither guy going for the buildings fast, they're just going to go for defense of their TPCs to make sure the other guys don't cheese them. Okay, I like this movement actually. So he goes for the 2 field scouts he brings with the engineer, and then he'll send 1 up here and 1 to this. So that's not too late on fighting for the fortifications. He still should be able to get them both uncontested. So that's a good way to do 2 things at once. And he's still going to get this structure as well in time. Normal play here. So he's going for vehicle bay in this position, which means he's not going to be expanding with the satellite down here. So I would expect him to move his MCV up. Three rigs for Longjackets, so no pillager pressure here. He's just going to let Tapion have the bunkers. If you're playing as Dynasty, it's good to get a scout here, so if you can see when the MCV move comes out. Not a lot of GDFs capture this, and I've been a victim of this myself, where he actually gets that, and you get free vision of the MCV move. Okay, Pillager comes after 3 rigs, actually. And we can see Longjacket hasn't gone for MCV move, so he's just going to be sending rigs up here from the low ground. So if he's going to MCV move, yeah, right now. So he's been doing it after his second barracks, which is interesting. So it's looking like the same build so far. He doesn't have comms yet, though, so maybe not. For this map, I would probably switch it up and still do the infantry build, but because there are so many garrisons, I would go for satellite fast and get some grenades out to clear these buildings and get that advantage. Dynasty pressure coming in now. They're going to get this TPC for sure. Not enough to contest this here in time. Harvest to count 7-5 in favor of Longjacket. He's distracted with this fight down here, so he's not macroing his MCV. Gets his vehicle bay down now, though. Not too much of a delay. So he's at 3 factory. Let's see what he goes for next. If he goes for his bureau, I'm curious. Yep. Oh, that's a power plant. Okay. So probably right now, if he's going to go up to a bureau, it will be now. He actually get the second TPC too. That's pretty good for him. Even if he loses all these units, that's a pretty good take. Just try to pick up as much as you can before losing this army. Yeah, run that pillager in. Gets a sentinel, gets 2 sentinels. Gets a 3rd, almost. Yeah, that's a good trade though for TPC and that many units. Something Tapion's going to do here. This is why another reason I said to clear out the bunkers. Because specifically, if you don't clear out this one and get control of this, you can have some havoc run bys do mega damage to your harvesters. If you just kind of sit over here in this area, you kind of give the Dynasty free reign to get up to this high ground. And what did I just say? This is what's happening right now. So there's only 1 harvester here, but it's going to go down. There's nothing to defend. The problem is he doesn't have vision of this, right? So if you at least have vision, you can send over your sentinels like right now, fast, but there's going to be nothing here to defend it. That's deadly. He kills a full harvester. So he was doing the same thing over here, trying to pressure the rigs, but without vision, you're just going to lose the fight because Havoc's just do more damage. Second harvester going to go down here. That's deadly for GDF. Yeah, I think this high rig count build is working out for him. What's he got to defend this? If he loses this vehicle bay, that's really bad too. Oh man. He's committing to the counterattack though. Yeah, so he should win this fight. It's just a matter of how much damage he can do back to him. Being smarter with the pillagers, but good micro should be able to take this fight pretty well still. Focus down that pillager. Havoc's going to town on these sentinels over here though. This is looking pretty close actually. Oh man, yeah, those Havocs are getting focused pretty well on those drone blobs. Look at this, he's got double the rigs, so if he's got to do some eco damage here. So Tapion knows he has to fight this and win this fight. I'm not sure it's going to happen, though. There's a steady stream of pillagers coming in. This is a great build from Longjacket for sure. Gotta split those drone ops up. Another wave of pillagers coming in soon, but I think he's gonna barely have enough to push through this. These Havocs at the same time, though, still doing damage on this side. So this is great multitasking from Longjacket. I think he's slowly pushing this back on this side, too. I don't think Tapion's gonna be able to get to the critical mass here to push through this. Even a mine drop's coming in, he's gonna move those tanks right now, or he's gonna all die. Havoc's not getting microed. Can maybe take down the can maybe take down that MCV over there. Tapion is losing money for sure for not having this expansion. If he doesn't do enough damage in the next couple minutes, he's not going to be in a good spot. I think he is going to finally break through this, though. He should be able to get some rig damage done before the next wave of pillagers comes up. So he's got all the wheels down, but the longer it drags out, it's still going to be in favor of Longjacket. So I would focus on the actual refineries. Oh, the matchsticks now too, though. I think that's going to shut this down. Yeah, the second one actually wasn't that great. So if he attacked with all four of those at once, that would have shut this attack down totally. So, oh my God, they had the. I can't believe this. It actually did matter. Oh man, the one time that it actually comes into play is when he had it set to MCV only. That's so funny. Well, that was Tapion's fault there. He was the host, so I don't think he can complain about that. I think no matter what though, Longjacket had that game because even if he lost a bunch of those rigs, he was still gonna have Tapion down to 0 economy, and killing that MCV is just, I mean, even if he didn't, even if that MCV was killed and it wasn't MCV only, like the win condition, I mean, you're not gonna be able to come back from that if the Dynasty has any eco left because Tapion was totally mined out in his main base and had no way to expand. So he was pretty much dead at that point anyway. Yeah, though well played from Longjacket. That was some great rig macroing and just slowly pushing the GDF away in all those games he won. So good job there.